Hi everyone, thanks for making the left turn for today, Sunday, October 1st, 2017. I'm George Farrar and welcome back to the Jax Left channel and welcome to St. John's River of Dreams, the fourth episode in our continuing series here on the channel. It's called Vision in Transition. So we're now looking at the beautiful St. John's River in downtown Jacksonville, filmed on Saturday morning, September 23rd, 2017. This is film that I've taken of the St. John's River. There's so much to see when you look out on the river. We have, of course, numerous buildings that are kind of tucked behind off the river a little bit, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk specifically about some new properties that are going to be opening up in the coming years. I'm talking about the old Duval County Courthouse that we're looking at, that's right ahead of us, and the old Jacksonville City Hall, which is to the left, tucked behind the Hyatt Regency. We'll have a chance to see that, the old City Hall further down the road. But as we take a look, I'm going to zoom in, and you're going to see a little bit of a shaking action. You're going to get some interesting action here. Taking a look at the old Duval County Courthouse, which was our courthouse from 1958 until 2012. It's now, of course, since abandoned. And just recently, the Jacksonville City Council approved the mayor's proposed budget, which contains the money to demolish this old county courthouse that we're looking at right now, and the old Jacksonville City Hall, which we'll look at in a couple minutes. Okay, so we have so much that's going on the river. Okay, so these properties are opening up. Now we're looking at the beautiful Hart Bridge on a beautiful Saturday morning, the sunlight glistening on the river, and we see the stadium, the Everbank Field. We see that where the shipyards project is going to be. We see that unfinished condominium that Mary Curry vows will get finished, and then the one that's finished, and of course zooming back in at the old Duval County Courthouse. Okay, so there's a lot that's happening on the river. You know, Shad Khan is involved on the shipyards project. We were just talking about that. So you know, I've looked in the past. I've looked at the landing. That's going to be opening up, but again, I keep coming back to this area because so much is going to be available off, especially I think the old Duval County Courthouse property. And how is all this going to fit in with our River of Dreams? You know, there have been politicians, businessmen. I guess you could say there's probably been a couple explorers out there. They've had some dreams. The founders, of course, of our city had dreams. The people, all of us everyday people, have our own dreams. But when you take a look at this river, and as we go ahead and take one last look at the river before we start going a little bit inland, let's take a look specific at these properties. As we take a look at it, have you ever looked at it, the river, with the idea of what if you had millions and millions and millions of dollars? Do that sometime. Go out on the river on these river walks and take a look and think about it, because eventually the plans are to demolish the old Jacksonville City Hall. Now, I would like to see specifically this area be more of a parkland type area. Now, here's where we start getting into the weird stuff about public access and the citizens of Jacksonville being able to have access onto the St. Johns River, be able to have some fun. You know, it wasn't always fun back in the 50s and the 60s, and starting in 1960 with the opening of this city hall. That was our city hall from 1960 to 1997, and then was an annex up until not that very long ago for various agencies. So, back in the 1960s here, and in the late 50s, 1958, 59, over at the Duval County Courthouse, people from all over, citizens from all over, would be converging out upon these buildings to take care of civic matters, tax matters, property matters, political matters, to go speak before the city council, or back before consolidation, speak before the Duval County Commission. Okay, these are all these different places to get permits, to all these different places downtown. And now they've been sitting for quite a while now, abandoned. And now we're going, what are we going to do? We've got these trees, we've got these mid-20th century office buildings that didn't always necessarily, embrace as much the river, as much as they were suitable office buildings out on Bay Street. And you see all the activity on Bay Street, the fire truck, the Blackstone Legal Arts building across the way. And now we're looking right at these inscriptions, these historic inscriptions. So there's some unique things here. Now the question is, what do we do? And when I say we, really, do I say we, the people of Jacksonville? No, it's at some point, the government will go through the machinations to sell all this off, to demolish them. At least that's what's expected right now on October 1st, 2017. When I filmed this back on September 23rd, 2017, I was able to kind of take a look at these properties in a broader scope than just standing out on the river. Okay. Now this, of course, is a city hall that's tucked behind the Hyatt Regency. At one point there was parking, a lot of parking. And, so there are these different things that are going on. And so we ask, what will happen? You have easy access to the Florida Theater. You're not that far from the ramp off of the Main Street Bridge. And again, I keep coming back to it as we take a look at this some more, as we look at 1564. Maybe, can we not keep maybe that inscription and there be more of a park entrance into going towards what will be the more riverfront property? Okay, this is a great transition space to get you going from all the hustle and bustle on Bay Street to get you back out towards what's going to be happening. Because I think that as they go through, they figure out how they're going to deal with these parking lots that have the rotting pilings. And we'll kind of get out a little bit further out that way in a second towards the courthouse. But there's definitely kind of a struggle, so it's going to take a lot of money though to get all of this to open up. But again, a lot of trees, a lot of beautiful spaces, which you could consider even if let's say you had an office building or something. Great places, I guess, on a good day. It's not very hot. Put out some picnic tables and things like that. But the question is, how friendly is this developer, whoever these developers are going to be, how friendly are they going to be to the people, the environment, allowing for that hustle and bustle off of Bay Street? Okay, so we have to look at how is all of this going to fit into the environment. So in just a moment, I'm going to go ahead and bring us back more off towards the corner, heading off as we're going to go ahead and go towards the old Duval County Courthouse. I mean, if you think about it, with all of the parking, I mean, you do have street parking, right? You have people being able to kind of come and go. Maybe this would be a great kind of place for some apartments. Reasonably affordable apartments, though, I mean, there's plenty of condos, there's plenty of those kinds of things out there. But maybe there's something that could be done with that. So here we are. I just walked down just a bit of a ways. Now we're looking at it more from an angular perspective, looking out onto the um, the northeast side of the old Jacksonville City Hall. And again, looking at even more trees. And you have a historic marker here. I mean, again, we start looking at historic markers, things, places people, again, I think could gather, and it could be some fun. Now, maybe instead of, maybe we don't have maybe as much of a quiet office park or quiet apartment park type setting. Maybe we have more of a kind of a jazzy entertainment kind of thing. Okay. Again, you got these streets coming in and off of the grid of downtown Jacksonville. You get access to people can just come right on in from inland out onto the river. Maybe, again, I keep saying the trees are a resource, these palm trees, these big trees. Now, we've now made it out to the old Duval County Courthouse, built in 1957, opened in May 1958, served as our courthouse. We're thinking, of course, we're thinking judges, lawsuits, lawyers, criminals, cops, police officers, right? Law enforcement folks, county administration. Remember, the city and the county governments were somewhat split until, of all days, October 1st, 1968, when consolidation occurred. So things were kind of built a different way. But again, now here you see them both together. And you see where the these interlocking roles there are between downtown and what is going to be out here, whatever this is going to be. Now, of course, I'm sure you can agree. I mean, I kind of like it. I kind of think you could do a lot of different things with this stuff. Gut it. Totally gut it. Do something with it. But again, as of October 1st, 2017, the talk is demolition. Complete and total demolition, removal. And what will we have? What will we have? And now we kind of take a look out there. And now we'll just dip right back for just another second to look out, getting out, to look out at one last look at the old Jacksonville City Hall. So could it be a combination of things? Apartments, retail, entertainment, possibly kind of a theater thing. What if maybe, I don't know, a game rains out or something, or maybe you're not into football, right? So you drop your friends off at Everbank Field, your friends and family off at Everbank Field. Maybe you want to check out a movie, or maybe you want to see a band. Maybe you want to go drink some beer or something. I don't know. Or maybe you just want to drink some coffee, or maybe, I don't know. Or maybe you just want to live downtown. The thing about it is there's so much that we could bring people downtown. Now, we're kind of walking now alongside the old Duval County Courthouse. And then if you were to go further out, walking past, you would be going out onto the parking area where that area has collapsed. And there's some issues out that way due to rotting pilings. So, and you see how wide Bay Street is, and going right by through here. We speculate. And I know we, when I say you and I, together today, are speculating. What's the future hold for all of this? I mean, it's all going to go bye-bye. I'm not Mr. Millionaire, of course. I'm nothing more than just some guy living here in Jacksonville. Yes, I like to do some presentations about politics and history, but I do wonder. I wonder about what is coming for these properties. It's fitting that I bring you back to that marker, that historic plaque, where it talks about the beginning, because, right in this area, there was the beginning of the city of Jacksonville. So what's going to go here? Listen, it can't be a Costco. It can't be a Walmart. We're not talking about, just some retail stuff being just thrown out there, not some cheapo place. There's something that's very important about this area. And if a developer, however this gets agreed upon, can somehow, again, try to harness the power of the river, the power of bringing people down to the river to enjoy the river breeze, to enjoy the things that are available, the cultural opportunities that are available, the sports opportunities that are available, all those things. You know, if we can do it, we're going to have a lot going for us. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. See you later.